Hi, you guys. So it has been a very long time since I just sat down on this channel and just talked. I got inspired by another creator that I saw on TikTok. I follow her. Her name is Jasmine, and she's doing really well. And I took a glimpse at her YouTube channel, and it reminded me of the videos that I first did on here. And I was like, man, I love the content I'm doing now. I'm not gonna lie, lately I've been focusing more on social media management for other people, which is fabulous, but then also on campaigns that y'all might not see, some of which are really big, and I've posted some of them, but then others, they live with the brands, so you may see them and they get pushed out kind of like commercials. So it's been a very different journey for me to not have to just exist in this space where I just post things on my page and get paid, or I go out for auditions, get booked in a role and then get paid, where I'm sort of, directly collaborating with brands and some production studios to come up with content, and then it kind of lives in that space and they push it out, and it's just been a different experience. But all that to say, I wanted to come on here and just like touch base because today was a very interesting day for me. This entire past month has been so emotional. Mercury is in retrograde right now until August 28th. So the theme of Mercury retrograde right now is to shut up. If there's someone that you want to have an argument with or something, you're heated, passionate, just right now is not the time. Journal it out. There's reasons for that, and there's a lot of videos you can look up about this Mercury retrograde, but that's the theme, of everything right now. Sort of the essence of the energy right now. People are very combative, dealing with a lot of grief and dealing with the release of who they used to be. Just also the climate of everything going on in the world right now. It's a lot going on. So for me personally, I have been dealing with a very specific thing that oh man. So I don't want to make this video super long, but tonight, my plans for today were supposed to go very differently, okay? I'm not going to get into detail because if you know me, you know I don't talk about shit. I don't share shit. I'm very quiet. I'm very private until it gets to the point where you can't help but see it. I'm quiet, and I'm like that for a reason, and I'm not sorry about it. More people should be like that, especially if you've been through any kind of trauma. Be silent. People get mad at you for being silent and not sharing. I don't think you should be talking to those people, but you can also set boundaries with people. But after a while, that shit gets old, For me, I'm the type of person that if you don't share something with me, I'm not going to be offended. People have their reasons for things, and I don't get offended, and a lot of people don't believe that. You get mad, you get jealous. I don't at all. I don't get jealous of people. I especially don't get jealous of people that are close to me. That doesn't happen. If I have some sort of issue or feeling or emotion, I'm going to express it. Typically, anything that I express, though, it goes away pretty quickly. So if I'm expressing it to you in that moment, it's at its peak, and then after that, it's kind of like, no. But yeah, I'm not the sort of person who, lives in this space where I become envious of those around me. So anyway, today was a day that was supposed to go very differently, and there was a huge hiccup in the day. Messed up my whole plans, but I decided to take that hiccup and say, you know what? I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this at all. And it already looked like it was going in the direction of making my plans not work out so well. So I just removed myself from it, and I said, okay, I'm going to move in a different way now. A big part of my plans for today was supposed to be very celebratory because I've achieved a lot within the last 5 months, and I'm not going to cry. I have not celebrated it with anyone or even shared half of the shit that I've done with anybody close to me, family included. And I know some people will watch that and be like, so tell you folks and let them celebrate you. But you gotta understand, I'm gonna give specific examples just because I want to help people. And this is not meant to harm. Actually, it's not about anybody. It's about me. So I have different reasons for that. And maybe with me listing my experience, maybe this will help what some people are feeling right now. A lot of people feel alone. A lot of people feel very isolated, rejected, scared, like they don't have enough resources, funds, whatever, right? People are also dealing with mental health issues, feeling overworked, feeling sort of like, what am I doing with my life? I'm lost. Can't find love. I don't look good enough. It's just so much pressure. The first thing I want to say, and this is totally separate from what I was about to say, you need to disconnect from whatever it is that put you where you are in the first place. A lot of us are living lives that are built off of all of the things that we don't want and we don't want to be. You have to build your life based off of what it is that you want to be. I have realized that there are a lot of habits, goals, things that I have in my life that are based off of my fucking trauma, that are based off of the moment that I ended my marriage, because I was married and, you know, was hiding and evading and trying to stay safe, all that shit, right? And I built these different characteristics from that. They don't serve me anymore. The types of people that I was friends with back then don't serve me anymore. The types of men that I wanted to date back then don't serve me anymore. The behaviors I had, the people pleasing, the, you know, being overly nice, even though I really genuinely was nice, it wasn't serving me because my boundaries took a backseat to everything. Fast forward to now, I am so quiet about everything that I do that when I celebrate, and y'all, the shit that I have achieved in the past few months, my closest friends don't even know. Maybe they've seen glimpses of it online and they just didn't say anything. I started to share it with somebody. I sent it to them. They read it. No response. So I just deleted it because I was like, you know, I don't even want to put how proud I am of myself into someone else's hands. I don't want to gauge, okay, is this it? Have I done it? In someone else's hands. And I know that still sounds like trauma and hurt and resentment, but it's just like, I've spent a lot of dinners by myself these past few months, a lot of lunches by myself, a lot of time alone, a lot of, you know, getting myself cake and just doing things for myself and looking in the mirror and saying, I'm so proud of you by myself, because so much of my life has been based on trying to get validation from people that I love. And when I say validation, I mean the bare minimum. I mean, Jesse, we're so proud of you. I love you. You're amazing. You know, I feel like with my acting career, I accomplished a lot within the first couple of years, which is hard. And I feel like my friends at the time were very proud of me, but my family would just, you know, I just feel like it wasn't the same. And I don't think people quite get it a lot of times when you are an entrepreneur or an actor or a content creator or an artist. They say, okay, well, you did this, but did you do that? And it's like, these are people who, and I'm going to throw shade right now, you haven't even done a morsel of what this person has done, but you're criticizing them. And that's their own inner critic speaking to them. Also, the flip side of that is a lot of times those people are projecting your own doubts about yourself back onto you, but it's ironic when those doubts that you have in your head came from them. Crazy. So for me, it's just been like, I've been celebrating by myself. And I went to dinner tonight after my plans were I just gave up. I was like, you know what? Which is crazy because I promise you, I did not. Today was supposed to go way different. I'm so tired right now. I took myself to dinner and the waiter was just like, do you do this often? And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, I see you. You're by yourself. You look nice. You know, your nails are done. My nails are crazy right now, by the way. I thought I hated them, but I kind of love them. They're crazy as, these are the craziest nails. Anyway, he was like, I see you, you know, and you're self-care, like you're at dinner by yourself. And it's crazy because I had a relative of mine that I'm close with. She pointed out the same thing, and she said, you know, every time I talk to you or hear about you doing something, you're always alone. And I'm like, I didn't even think about it like that. And you know, I sort of looked at that like it was a form of weakness, or like it was like, wow, like you're really going to shit because you're by yourself. Look at you. But I never thought about it as, nah, you're healing and you're becoming so acquainted with yourself and who you are and how much you love yourself that you don't mind celebrating on your own and enjoying your essence alone and being in a relationship with yourself first. And honestly, that's all I've ever wanted above everything. But it does suck a little bit because, and I feel so bad even saying this, the table right next to me, it was just interesting because like he said that to me and I was like, I do this often. And that's such a feat for some people. It's really hard for people to go to lunch or dinner by themselves or take themselves. I took myself on a movie date the other day. Like, that's hard for a lot of people. And I do it on the regular. I don't even, it used to be where I didn't want to do anything by myself. Or no, I have to have somebody. Now it's like I do everything by myself for the most part. And the table next to me was like a big birthday celebration. And it just made me feel like, y'all don't understand. I have a campaign that came out. It already was public. It already had its run date. It's the biggest campaign I've done to date with one of the biggest international companies in the world. One person, two people, including my baby, my son, know, and that's it. Nobody else knows. And so it's like, of course people can't celebrate what they don't know, but it's just like, you know what it is too? I feel like I'm saving it for myself, and I want it to get to the point where the success is so big that you can't hide it. I don't want to have to ring your phone or send you a video or show you this. And this one was huge, man. Huge. Like, this is some shit that motherfucker should have. I have an agent. I have an agent for acting, right? For social media, I'm independent. I don't have a social media manager. I don't have a company backing me as a content creator, and I have a huge following, and I don't have it. It's just me, which is insane, dude. To get something like that big as an independent content creator is fucking insane. Like, dude, that is insane. It's a milestone for my career, for everything I've been through. It's a testament to a year ago I could barely even figure out how I was gonna afford the basics, and now it's like on the regular. Like, so it just sucks because it's like my own parents don't even know like that I did this big fucking campaign. And it's because I remember in the past telling people about, oh, I booked this movie, and the movie might have 2 lines, but it's a huge deal. You know, you still have the same amount of script, you still have the same get credited, you still have, you know, your residuals, your pay, your royalty, you still have everything, hair, makeup, you work with the people who have, you know, who are multi-million-dollar contracts, you do all of that, and it's a big deal. And I felt so small when I would tell my family, because it's just like, and if you are family and you see this, it's not shade, it's just me explaining why you know, I do that now. But it's not because I'm angry. It's more so like I'm really happy for myself. Like, and it's a different type of energy and glow that you get when you celebrate with yourself. And it's not about like publicly telling everybody or displaying it or look what I did, which is fine. But when you can get past that and really be selfish in a healthy way and say, I did that. But it is bittersweet because I am a very social, loving, just kind of like, everybody look, but not to make y'all feel bad because I'm excited type of person. And I love hearing people say, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy. Because I love them and I want them to be proud of me. That's it. So I'm hormonal right now, okay? It's that time of the month. So it's like, sorry for getting on the internet and crying. Ew. But yeah, this is a reminder to celebrate yourself and maybe tell somebody or 2 people so they can celebrate you too, because I've been trying to celebrate my wins for the past month and I have not successfully been able to do that. I just work. And I don't trust people either. I don't trust everybody. So it's like, that's another thing. which is also, oh my God, totally understandable on my part. I understand why I feel that way. It's a very different headspace to be in than I was before, where I was just trying to date everybody and anybody off the streets and be friends with anybody off the streets. Much love to them, but like, gotta have some boundaries, girl. So yeah, I don't know what this vlog was about. I have no idea. I feel like I just got on here and cried and it was ridiculous, but that's kind of like an update. Your girl is getting it, y'all, and like I just want like a hug. I just want to scream to the world, like, look what I've done. This is so cool. Like this, y'all don't understand. There are things that I already have accomplished that are done that I'm like, I used to fantasize about. I used to watch other content creators or even actors, you know, get these sort of deals and endorsements, and I'll be like, wow, I wish I could do that. And now I have them. Like, I need to celebrate a lot more. That's the other thing I want to say. Celebrate you more. I don't care if you got to take the trip by yourself. I don't care if you got to go to the dinner by yourself. I don't care if you got to put the outfit on, set up a tripod, dance by your fucking self. Go do it. Don't wait on people. You know, there's a lot going on in the world, and sometimes the people that love you may not be equipped to celebrate you in the way that you need. And I think that's a part of the reason why I keep my mouth shut too, because sometimes outside energy can affect your perception of your reality and how well you're doing. And we don't want that. And we're not going to be resentful towards those people that we love who may not have the capacity to give us what it is that we need, deserve, or require. We're going to love them, but we're going to celebrate ourselves without waiting on anybody. So that's what I've been doing, sort of celebrating and reparenting and reloving myself all over again by myself, completely single. And it's been wonderful and magical. But I do have these bittersweet moments where I'm like, I just want somebody to fucking be like, I'm so proud of you, and get me a cake. And it's crazy because I've had so many celebratory moments. I've had so many friends, family, birthday parties. My parents had my sweet 16 was on a boat. Like, come on. I've had plenty of it. And I think it's just the fact that I had so much of it, and that my teenage years felt so like angsty, and just like I felt like everybody hated me. Then going into actual trauma that happened, and then into now sort of this isolation silence period of like, you're achieving it, but you're sort of just sitting in the corner with a cupcake with a candle in it saying, I love you, Jess, I'm proud of you. And that's the celebration. And I think that there's so many different ways to celebrate that are not just going out drinking, partying, but I think there's so many other ways, and I need to find those ways. And if I figure out those ways, I'll share them with y'all. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this vlog. Hopefully I don't make y'all cry too much, because I definitely needed this little cry tonight. Also, I got my hair done. This was done by, her name is Nile. Beautiful little, I don't even know what we call these braids, but they're really cute. I have not had braids since actually I did have a period of time years ago where I was getting braids, so that's a damn lie. But I don't count that. These fire. I love it. I wanted to do kind of like the Zoe Kravitz type vibe, but I wanted to do the hair. Did I pull the hair? Oh, okay. The hair braided at the top, like flat, like cornrows. Because the top of my hair, my natural hair, is very thin from wearing leave outs. I think I pulled some. I'm a little bald at the top. Some of my hair is like this short, but then the rest is super long. My hair is like here. It's crazy and thick. Shout out to her, because we sat for 12 hours. We sat for a long time. She got me hooked on Love Island. So shout out to you, because now I'm obsessed with Love Island, and I was not before that. But yeah, so if I ever am around you and I seem really awkward and closed off, don't touch me, first of all. Even if you're my friend, I always ask to hug me first. But just, you know, understand why I might be that way. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Celebrate yourself. And if you see me, maybe tell me congratulations. It'll make me cry or something, because I need to hear it right now. I really need to hear somebody say congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. Like, I see how you've come up. Instead of questioning and saying, oh, well, this time last year you were doing. It's crazy when you see that things are actually elevating every year. And every year I've had someone say, hey, maybe you should do this. And if I would have listened, I would not be right here making this video saying, y'all, I just did one of the biggest fucking campaigns of my life so far. Thus far. Girl. And when you ask shit like, oh, well, how did you get that? Just from being myself. I didn't do anything. This, like, y'all, I can make a whole video on that, on synchronicities and how sometimes shit just comes to you. It pisses people off because they're like, well, you have to. Nope, not for everybody. Everybody's different. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go cry some more because my plans for the day and the weekend were ruined. But maybe not. Maybe something better is happening. I don't freaking know. But I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later.